passion dolle horst soul if Jake Giroch e hedibi Hosarvachal de skippe Dryburgh Athletic.
Nu de voi het grond spoor ze schier faas. Ach nog romoren de chormen aan zond klonjen as bodden niet. Ronnie skippen bal kosje Dryburgh, skippen een baan goede weun.
So the women's team was formed in 2018, and it was solely down to the fact that the girls' pathway was growing massively over a few years before that. So we actively planned ahead for that, and specifically towards the end of 2017, we realised that we had a large number of girls in our under-17 squad who were moving towards the women's game, and to be perfectly honest, there was no real opportunity for them in the local area, so it made real sense for us to look to form a women's side. There was real challenges in the beginning because we had the nucleus of a squad, but we knew we needed to recruit, and we knew there was a need for it in the area, but would players come? So we had an initial trial process, and we were overwhelmed in the beginning. But one thing we did want to do, and it was a big part of the trial process, was bring in some experienced players, given that we're a very young nucleus of a squad, and we managed to do that. The community have been fantastic. Ever since we announced the formation of the side, we had a great deal of interest. We had press interest. We were very active on social media, and we had a lot of people getting in touch, not only within the club, but out with the club itself.
Ha program gamal larger eigen club, agus had zo'n kleiner in leisig, zo'n bliandig in die hearing.
So the pathway is something we're extremely proud of. We're now sitting at around 170 girls and women at the club, ranging from 3-year-olds who start at our Dryburgh dribblers classes and go up through the levels. We've got 2 sides now at under 10s, 2 at 12s, right through the levels up to 2 women's sides. So we've got a championship side and we've got our SWFL side, and it's something we're extremely proud of. There's a lot of hard work put into that. Our club development officer Sarah Smith has worked tirelessly to grow the game, and that was her remit when she first came into post. So yeah, but really proud of that side of the club.
So at the club we have a boys and girls pathway, and kids as young as 3 can join us, boys and girls. Full pathway for the girls, and then up to the SWF championship side, and then again for the boys, they start as young as 3 and they go through the pathway there up until the 11-a-side game. I mean, it's just continuing to grow year in, year out, which is fantastic to see. Each year we're bringing on loads more players at both the girls' side. The girls' side just boomed recently. The boys' side, each year we're bringing on a new team. Start at the Fun Fours level, which is also fantastic to see. So they're starting really young as well, which is great.
It's massive, I remember having a conversation with Sam Milne from the SFA East before the Euros, when Scotland qualified for the Euros, and she said, not just to myself, but all the clubs in the local area, be prepared for the boom. And I never thought it would be quite as big as it has been. And it's fantastic to see so many young girls playing. When I go back, my own daughter plays for the women's side. She started when she was 10 years old. And I think back to the way the game was back then, and at the time she's 22 now, the change and the growth in the game has been massive, and we're just happy to be part of that and be happy to provide football for the girls in the city in a structured sort of fun environment.
Han skippet de man mocht al gewille de ruggige Dryburgh Athletic, agus han dagjes barach kwanien is boddenig verrassnig.
It's amazing, it really is. It's an honour to represent the club, the whole community club vibe and the setup. There's a lot of hard work goes into it, and it's I'm in a lucky position to be able to captain the club and be here for all the younger ones as well. Yeah, it's great. It's great to be able to have the younger ones all the way from age 5, I think it is, up. It's great for them to see that they can progress all the way through a pathway and represent the senior team if that's what they want to do.
It's great to see how much the club's evolved over the years, for turning up and everybody being in different kit and not turning up on time and having a different players every week. It's great to see how much we've grown over the years and how much has changed, and how the organisation inside is what I see a big difference in. And to keep girls in the game, it's really important to have something to aspire to, so the younger ones that can see us playing are thinking, oh, that's what I want to get to. I want to keep playing, to play on pitches that we get to play on every week. So yeah, I think having a team at the top is good, like have a role model for people to, well, for the younger ones to aspire to keeping on playing, because I think that's a big thing, trying to keep girls in the game. A lot of them fall away when they sort of reach their sort of teenage years, so I feel like seeing us playing hopefully will inspire them to keep playing.
It's a good club. They look to strive to put the women's game as high as possible, so it's good to be in and amongst that type of people. You've got to show the girls that there is a way to play in the top level. We aren't the top, but we could be a stepping stone for that girl to then reach as high as you can. So it's important to give the girls something to dream towards. Got to keep growing the game. There's no point in not allowing girls the opportunity to go play. It could get to the point where it's the same level as the boys, but it's a wee while off. But as long as we keep growing it steadily, it's the best opportunity to get girls active, and especially in football.
Won het Dryburgh Athletic Cwchba Championship in SWF na betraie de deze. Is Jelchin Chekofat ze had de China the earth.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. It was a great day. I don't think anyone will forget that day in a rush. Just the whole occasion was brilliant. Obviously, it was the second National Cup final we'd been to, and having lost out on the first one, it made it even sweeter to win the second one, especially when not many people thought that we would.
Oh, it was so much fun, especially me I've never been at any other club, I've only been here, so winning a cup with this team was just amazing, and I never thought that we would get to do something like that, or I would get to do something like that. So having that experience is something that you take with you for, like, I'll speak about that forever now. That day was so much fun.
Oh, it was great to be the first winners of it. As you've seen from the pictures of it, the girls were loving life. It was good to see the smile on the face. It's the hard work they put in at training, giving up the time twice a week to then play on a Sunday as well. So it was good for them.
Oh, it was just a fantastic day. Do you know what? From the qualification, from getting through the semi-final to the build-up, the cup final, you know, we took near on, I think it was nearly 300 supporters to the game, and the girls have been to a national final before in year one, to the SWFL Division 2 final, and they narrowly lost out to Morton that day. So a lot of these girls that are in the team were there that day. So they had something to prove, and they'd been there before, and they'd learned a lesson from that day. So the day itself, fantastic occasion, and to win, and I don't think I realised quite myself how much it meant to people. And I remember going on the park at the end, shaking hands, you know, fist pumping, and the girls were just euphoric with it. And then turning around and seeing the stand full of Dryburgh supporters and scarves and flags waving, and I could see how much it meant to many of the youth section there along watching the girls, and that was just wonderful to see.
When they won it, we had a whole load of younger girls there. Two coaches went down with the team, and at the end they did like a trophy tour, and they came around the sessions, and a few of the younger girls came to me and said, I want to be a footballer when I grow up. So they've definitely inspired the next generation of young footballers at the club.
Han clubbe in is gamas it creachnige go arts is surungai. A haste cumalora of a lesicig, agus the torst teich, this the clichet er an alke.
Oh, I think this has been one of our most enjoyable seasons yet. Well, for me anyway, it's been my most enjoyable season yet. We've had a lot of success that we maybe didn't sort of expect that we managed to achieve. And I think the teams really came together with the success that we've had. It's really spurred us on to see basically what we can do and what we can achieve that we didn't maybe realise we could at the start of the season.
So at the start of the season, we sat down with Owen and the guys, and it was really to finish as high up the table as we could, and to compete, because we've got a young side, you know, we've got a little bit of experience in there, but a lot of young players in the team, so it was to compete as best we could, and to go as far in the cup as we could. So, you know, we obviously won the the Championship Cup, and we played Kilmarnock in the Scottish Cup, so again, a huge learning experience for us. So yeah, it's been a good season so far. We're looking just to cement ourselves in championship-wise in performance football. We're always looking to grow the game at the club and in the local area. How far can we go? You know, that's at the moment it's to sustain ourselves in the championship, do well in the cups, and you know, if we can move on to SWPL 2 at some point, fantastic. But it's not the be-all and end-all. It's more about providing that pathway for girls, if they want to move up through the levels at Dryburgh, and hopefully keep them at Dryburgh as well.
Just to finish as high as possible on the table. Be competitive in matches, which I think we have done. We've lost a couple, but you learn from those. You can't win all of them, and you take what you can from each game. And in the cup, we just wanted to go on as a run as possible, and we did. We got all the way to the final, we won it. But it was above expectations. Just a good cup run was all I asked them. We always try to build from every game, not just the success of the cup. If we keep going forward, then you don't know where we'll end up.
we said we just wanted to finish as high as we could in the league, so we're pushing on well so far. It's looking good to finish in the top 4, so that's been our main aim since the start of the season. There's so many young girls appearing. We've had two new girls come up from the last year's under-21 side, so the future's good for Dryburgh. I think the ladies team could keep progressing and build their way up the leagues.
Crea club a blue harches, agus ita na cluichetar agus an Luchoprach, there's on an club a harch gan an either.
This club means everything to me. I absolutely love it. I'd be quite happy to finish playing here and representing Dryburgh. I'm lucky to do that, and I really enjoy it.
Football it's a way to get you get away from your if you're doing like university studies and things like that. It's just a way to get away from that and enjoy, just take your mind off your worries. And I feel like I get that here. I get that here with enjoyment and just seeing like my teammates and stuff. You forget everything that's going on in your life. When you come here and you're training and playing games.
Just to see the growth of the football, of the game over recent years as well, has just been fantastic. And the more boys and girls that we have joining the club as well, and with the volunteers, thanks to them, because without them we wouldn't be where we are today.
What does this club mean to me? Do you know what, as a chairman and as a volunteer at a club, you don't often take time to reflect on what it actually means to you. And I think I'll go back to talk about that cup final and realising what it actually means to the people involved at the club and the kids involved, the parents, the volunteers. And I think that day winning that cup made it realise how much it means to everyone involved, myself included. You know, it was an emotional day, and I'm hugely proud to be involved and to see what we've achieved over the years at the club.